Mr. President, the candidates are assembled.
Today we gather in formal convocation to celebrate the 236th commencement exercises of Purdue University. Please rise and join in singing our national anthem, then remain standing for the invocation offered today by Leland McReynolds, Volunteer Chaplain, Air Force, ROTC.
Let us pray. O Lord, who gives us life, this is the day which you have made. Let us rejoice and be thankful. We are thankful for this great nation, which continues to bestow innumerable blessings upon us. A nation of freedom, a nation where dreams may be pursued, a nation of diversity where people of many races and religions have made an invaluable contribution. We are thankful for Purdue, a world-renowned university with a distinguished administration, faculty, and staff. We are thankful for the significant academic achievement we are recognizing today, achievement which sometimes involved blood and sweat, toil, and tears. We are thankful for the love and support of our families and friends. We are thankful for the cherished memories of the old gold and black, the joy, the laughter, the enduring friendships. O Lord, we are thankful. Let us celebrate. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great privilege to extend a most cordial welcome to all who've joined us for this 236th commencement ceremony. Before introducing the members of the platform party, I'd like to ask you to recognize representatives of our distinguished faculty who are with us today. Will our faculty members please stand? We're honored to have with us two members of the Board of Trustees of Purdue University. They are Michael R. Berghoff, Chairman of Indianapolis, and Daniel Romery of New Haven. Please join me in greeting our trustees. With us also, representing the Purdue University administration, the following individuals. Jay Ackridge, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Diversity. Frank Dooley, Senior Vice Provost for Teaching and Learning. Suresh Garamella, Executive Vice President for Research and Partnerships. Elisa Christmas Rollick, Vice President for Ethics and Compliance. Beth McCuskey, Vice Provost for Student Life. Karen Plout, Dean of the College of Agriculture. Nancy Marchand Martella, Dean, College of Education. Meng Shang, Dean, College of Engineering. Linda Mason, Dean of the Graduate School. Melanie Morgan, Associate Professor of Communication. David Reingold, Dean, College of Liberal Arts. Catherine Sermershine, Dean of Students. Tom Shee, Head, Aeronautics and Astronautics. Makaran Hastak, Head, Construction Engineering. Soonjin Kim, Head of Nuclear Engineering. John Lumpkus, Teaching Academy, Executive Council Member. Natalie Carroll, Chair of the University Senate and our Grand Marshal this afternoon. Christina Wong Davis, Vice Provost for Enrollment Management. Heather Servati Saib, Honors College. Will you join me in thanking all these individuals? With us on the platform are other vitally important members of the university family. J. Michael Piggott and Lindsay Peralt are public orators. Tracy Stack and Myron Yoder are sign language interpreters. Please join me in giving them a thanks for their hard work today. Now it's my great honor to introduce today's guest speaker. She is Purdue alumna and retired Air Force General, Major General Teresa Carter. As the first female Air Force Civil Engineer officer to be promoted to Brigadier General and the first woman to serve as the top Air Force Civil Engineer, Teresa's 31-year career in the Air Force was marked by giant leaps forward. She's commanded units ranging in size from 400 to 8,000 and led the Air Force's largest and most complex reorganization since 1992, creating the Air Force Installation and Mission Support Center and serving as its first commander. Teresa is now the CEO of management consulting firm TC3 Solutions in Colorado Springs. She's a member of the Purdue Alumni Association Board of Directors and the Industrial Engineering Advisory Council, and a doctoral student at Drexel University. She's been named a Distinguished Engineering Alum, received the Outstanding Industrial Engineer Award, and been inducted into the Purdue ROTC Hall of Fame. We are so privileged to welcome this remarkable alumnus back to Purdue. Please join me in greeting retired Major General Teresa Carter.
Thank you, President Daniels, for that very kind introduction. I'm deeply honored to have the opportunity to speak to the class of 2018. To the parents, family, and friends here to honor our graduates, thanks for all you've done to encourage and motivate them to keep going even when times were tough. To the faculty, thanks for challenging and developing their critical thinking skills. Your guidance, support, and belief in their abilities were key to their success. And to the graduates, my heartfelt congratulations. I know you thought this day would never arrive, but yet, here you are, sitting there with a gleam in your eye and a smile on your face. Well done. I wish you could see the view from here. It's pretty amazing. You guys look wonderful. So how does someone who grew up in Albuquerque and never traveled east to New Mexico end up at Purdue? I picked Purdue sight unseen because it had a great computer science program, and I could use my Air Force ROTC scholarship. The only thing I really knew about Purdue at that point was they always seemed to ruin Notre Dame's football season, and I was a huge Irish fan. Freshman year, I was assigned to a suite on the 8th floor of Earhart. Residence hall demand exceeded supply, and suites were a way to house 10 people in rooms designed for 8. While not exactly palatial, it was home, and best of all, I now had 9 instant friends. Purdue became my family, literally and figuratively. Gina Moore, the first suite mate I met, became my sister-in-law. She was then and remains today my biggest cheerleader, and I'm thrilled she's here today. I toyed with many themes for my comments, but ultimately settled on the Purdue Moves slogan. What we make moves the world forward. We are Purdue, makers all. What a great way to capture who we are and what we do as Boilermakers. So if you'll indulge me, I'd like to share 10 lessons that I think are universal and apply no matter your life's pursuit. Hopefully you'll find the advice useful, and if you remember even one lesson, then I have succeeded. First, be a hope maker. Things won't always go according to plan. How will you respond to a setback, or how will you help others respond? I lasted 1 semester in computer science, quickly realizing it wasn't for me. After all, when you score a 20 on the final exam, and you got 10 points for putting your name on every page, the professors were trying to tell you something. So I switched to industrial engineering when I learned human factors engineers were involved in ergonomics and cockpit design. I thought, well, that looks cool. That's what I'll study, and I'll get to do that in the Air Force. Well, the Air Force had other ideas, and shortly before graduation, I was assigned to the civil engineering career field. I was crushed. Thankfully, the Commandant of Cadets, Major Bruce Johnston, said no to my request to stay at Purdue, get a master's degree, and hopefully an assignment to the human factors career field. He said civil engineering would be good for me, and a master's degree could wait. Like Mick Jagger said, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes if you try, well, you might find you get what you need. Every time something good happened in my career, I called Bruce and I thanked him for his hopeful message. When you give others hope, you move the world forward. Be a knowledge maker. Commit to being a lifelong learner. The most valuable tools I gained at Purdue were how to think critically, ask the right questions, and use a systems perspective to solve problems. Used daily, those skills provided a solid foundation as I progressed in my career. Aldous Huxley said, "Experience isn't what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you." Spend time each day reflecting on what went well and what didn't. You can learn something from every situation, and you'll often learn more from the setbacks and failures, the bad leaders, and the difficult subordinates. Capture and reflect daily so you'll be ready when opportunity knocks. And speaking of opportunity, be an opportunity maker. In June 2013, I became the 24th person and the first woman to have the honor of serving as the Air Force Civil Engineer, the highest ranking person in my career field. Yet 7 months later, the 4-star general leading the Air Force said he needed me to do something different. He asked me to lead a merger, which would take people, resources, and authority from 10 3- and 4-star generals and a dozen career field leaders like me, consolidate them into a single organization supporting 80 bases around the world, and do it with roughly 40% of the 900 people currently doing that work. It would be the largest reorganization the Air Force had undertaken in over 20 years. I spent several anxious days and sleepless nights wondering if I was up for this huge challenge. As I left for the new job the following week, My staff gave me a farewell gift engraved with a quote from Winston Churchill. To each there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered a chance to do a very special thing, unique to them and fitted to their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour. It gave me hope that the toolkit I built over the course of my career had qualified me to tackle this opportunity. The jobs held, challenges faced, and lessons learned did in fact prepare me for the hardest yet most rewarding job I ever had. Graduates, today your university is tapping you on the shoulder. This is your moment, and I know you're ready to go out into the world and make the most of the opportunities that come your way. To move the world forward, you must be a change maker. The pace of change today continues to accelerate with new technology, innovation, and discovery, disrupting old ways of doing business and bringing communities together in a global commons. Learn to thrive on change. If you're unable or unwilling to change, you're going to be left behind. The good thing is Purdue equipped you with the skills that you need to navigate this change, ask questions, and develop solutions. You can't move forward without changing your current position. Be a change maker. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Don't follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Be a trail maker. Boilermakers have left footprints around the world and literally out of this world over the past 150 years. Astronauts and Nobel laureates, inventors and educators, doctors and engineers. Each and every Boilermaker leaves their mark on society. Will the footprints you leave behind inspire others to follow? Be curious, ask why, be a trail maker. Maybe you have an idea for the next big thing that will transform your industry, or you just made an amazing research discovery and you want to share it with the world. How will you ensure your voice is heard? Be a message maker. Inform, instruct, inspire. Even if you're a big introvert like me, you can do it. If public speaking isn't your strong suit, commit to practicing and improving. Volunteer for tasks that force you to stand in front of people and speak. Do multiple dry runs before every speech or presentation. Speak from your heart with sincerity and empathy. Build and practice your elevator speech so you're ready when it's time to take your shot. Your message can move the world forward. Henry Ford said, "My best friend is the one who brings out the best in me." I think the same is true of leaders. The best ones bring out the best in us. Be a confidence maker. Create an environment in which people can thrive, where your confidence in them can make 2 + 2 = 6. When someone believes in you, you feel like you can do anything. I'm standing here today because I was blessed to be at the right place at the right time with the right people, and we collectively were able to make a difference. I had leaders who believed in me, forced me out of my comfort zone, and pushed me to do things I didn't think were possible. I'd follow them anywhere. Be the leader who brings out the best in others, and you'll find it also brings out the best in you. Confidence in yourself and others moves the world forward. So how do you create that environment? Be a memory maker. Sweat the small stuff. I saw this firsthand when I spent a year on a 2-mile by 4-mile island in the Aleutian chain called Shemya Air Force Base. Located 1,500 miles from Anchorage, it was the ultimate leadership laboratory. Shemya's motto is, "It's not the end of the world, but you can see it from here." My team was responsible for operating the base infrastructure. During the Cold War, we were supporting a nationally tasked intelligence mission, which required us to keep the runway open at all times, so surveillance aircraft could take off with less than 10 minutes notice. Now that was no easy task, when you get about 120 inches of snow per year and the winds could get as high as 80 miles per hour. Thankfully, Master Sergeant Tom Pelfrey led my snow team, and he was a miracle worker. I watched in awe as he turned an average group into the top performers on base, and they made the impossible look easy. One day, he invited me down to his work center. They had just completed a demanding 12-hour shift keeping the runway open. His team was gathered around a table with a simple birthday cake in the center. Tom praised his team and talked about one of his civilians, Charles Brantley, who was in his 50s and looked like Grizzly Adams. He had a long, thick beard. His coveralls were peppered with dirt and grease accumulated during his shift. It was Charles' birthday, and Sergeant Pelfrey led us in song. Charles had tears in his eyes because it was the first time anybody at work had celebrated his birthday. Sergeant Pelfrey's focus on the small things brought out the best in his team, and they would do anything for him, even to this day. Never underestimate the power of small stuff to make a big difference in the lives of others and to move the world forward. Be a contribution maker. I'm sure each of you that are sitting here have one or more goals that you want to pursue as you graduate. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, or be a doctor, or be, for those in the military, a general officer or an admiral. I wholeheartedly encourage you to set lofty goals and then work tirelessly to achieve them. As Drew Brees told his boys after setting the NFL record for passing yards, you can accomplish anything in life if you're willing to work for it. But I also want you to remember it's not enough simply to be an entrepreneur, to be a doctor, or to be a general. What's more important is what you do as the entrepreneur, what you do as the doctor, and what you do as the general. Don't chase titles or perks that come with the position. Chase the opportunities that you'll have in the position to contribute to your company, your profession, or your community. Above all, whatever you choose to do, be a difference maker. My favorite quote comes from author Leo Roston, who said, "I cannot believe the purpose of life is to be happy. I think the purpose of life is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate. It is above all to matter, to count, to stand for something, to have it make some difference that you lived at all. Be compassionate. You'll make the world a better place. Don't be afraid to take a stand. Make a difference. Make your lives matter." We are Purdue, makers all. Class of 2018, it's now up to you. Move the world forward by leading change and leaving your footprints. Move the world forward by taking that giant leap. Move the world forward by doing the right thing, even when no one's looking. Move the world forward by making a difference. Move the world forward by being a Boilermaker. Congratulations. I'm incredibly proud of each of you and excited to welcome you to the Purdue alumni family. President Daniels, thank you again for the honor and privilege of speaking today. I will always cherish this moment. Ever grateful, ever true, hail Purdue.
Mr. President, the candidates for the doctoral degrees will be presented by Linda J. Mason, Dean of the Graduate School.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please stand? Mr. President, these students have successfully completed the requirements of the graduate school. With the approval of the faculty, they are now presented to you to receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Thank you, Dean Mason. Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the Purdue faculty, I now confer upon you, who have fulfilled the highest requirements of this university, the Doctor of Philosophy degree, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this tremendous achievement, you'll now be vested with the hood of the Doctor of Philosophy and receive an appropriately inscribed diploma.
Doctors of Philosophy, please come forward to receive your degree.
Candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree will be hooded by their major professor or by the Dean of the Graduate School. Now, in order to respect everyone's opportunity to hear their name called, we ask that you please refrain from applauding and cheering for your candidate until all the names have been announced. Ahmed Muhammad Nabil Abdel Salam. Sahar Abdel Razik, hooded by Professor Lori Hoagland. Addison Boyd Alexander, hooded by Professor Andrea Vaca. Hani Abdul Rahman Al-Mansuri. Eduardo Barrocio Vaca. Hooded by Professor R. Byron Pipes. Kevin Pete Buno. Christopher Jason Cheng. Jalmei Jocelyn Chu. Benjamin Jeremy Klaus. Brittany Ann Claytor. Jennison Silva Coutinho, hooded by Professor Alejandra J. Magana. Karen Day Urquidi, hooded by Professor Matthew Olin. John R. Diorio, hooded by Professor Raj Gounder. Ji Dong Du, hooded by Professor Liang Pan. Mara Mohammed El-Hindui, hooded by Professor Bruce R. Hamaker. Xiao Yu Feng, hooded by Professor Al Heber. Elizabeth A. French, hooded by Professor Anjali Iyer Pascuzzi. David Gonzalez Cuadrado, hooded by Professor Guillermo Paniagua. Theeraj Gusala, hooded by Professor Greg Shaver. Kelly Ann Higgins, hooded by Professor Richard Mattis. David June Ho. James S. Holly Jr., hooded by Professor Morgan Hines. Vaidehi Hosing, hooded by Professor Greg Shaver. Kun Huang, hooded by Professor Amisha Shah. Joseph T. Eichley, hooded by Professor William Johnson. Sharigan Jane, hooded by Professor Li Chiao. Ju Min Kim, hooded by Professor Amit Varma. Xiang Yu Li, hooded by Professor Shulin Ran. Xing Lu. Zhe Lu, headed by Professor Shulin Ran. Curtis P. Martin, headed by Professor Sangtae Kim. Mario Tindero Miorino, headed by Professor Carlos Scalo. Corey A. Milligan. Carolina Mira Hernandez, hooded by Professor Suresh Garamella. Francisco Javier Montes Monteo. Kushol Muchandani, hooded by Professor Daniel De Laurentiis. Jesus Hector Morales Espedo. Quang Din Nguyen. Amin Nila. Martin Anthony Nolasco. Yuko Ogawa, hooded by Professor A.G. Sekenet. John P. Oliver, hooded by Professor Tatiana Siyuk. James Nanshi Pan. Gaurav Pantankar, hooded by Professor Suresh Garamala. Xing Yung Peng, hooded by Professor Yuan Yao. Chandra Prakash. Douglas Edward Prime. Sin Wu Qian, hooded by Professor Satish Uksuri. Javier Riva Parat. Lee Christine Schmidt, hooded by Professor Bruce Hamaker. Rodrigo A. Rodriguez Fuentes, hooded by Professor April Ginther. Jorge Saavedra Garcia, hooded by Professor Guillermo Paniagua. Hathan Hassan H. Salah, hooded by Professor Stephen Landry. Leah N. Sandler, hooded by Professor Kevin Gibson. Jingjing Shi, hooded by Professor Shulene Ron. Arthur J. Shee, hooded by Professor Fabio Enrique Ribeiro. Karen Nielsen's son, hooded by Professor Suresh Garamella. Abby Stevens Elliott, hooded by Professor Susan Curtis. Nick Allen Stites, hooded by Professor Edward Berger. Wan Ting Su, hooded by Professor Mark Leto. Alexander Harrison Taylor. Joseph D. Tekkanen, hooded by Professor Jatish Panchal. Ruben Tuvar Valencia. Ram Anand Vadlamani, hooded by Professor Alan L. Garner. Marco Absalon Velastage Andrade. Headed by Professor Paul Preckle. Michelle A. Vishbal Onufrak, headed by Professor Young Kim. Ting Ting Wang, headed by Professor Lei Yi Andeola. Jack Douglas Williams. Min Shu, headed by Professor Shalimar Armstrong. Rong Shu, headed by Professor Keishi Zhao. Yima Jane Yan, headed by Professor Scott Sudoff. Wei Young. Jimena Yepes. Jeffrey S. Young, headed by Professor Michael S. Delgado. Michelle Ching Sum Yuan, hooded by Professor Rebecca Kramer Botilio. Han Zhang. Tianshou Tony Zhang. Wan Bo Zhang. Shiran Zhao, hooded by Professor Andrea Vaca. Jiawei Zhou. Rand Zhou. Stephen Lance Koski. Michael J. Corden, headed by Professor Raj Gounder.
Mr. President, the candidates for the master degrees will be presented by Linda J. Mason, Dean of the Graduate School.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand? Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the master's degree program. With the approval of the faculty, they're now presented to you to receive the appropriate master's diploma.
Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendations of the Purdue faculty, I now confer upon you, who have fulfilled the stated requirements, the master's degree, with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of your achievement, you'll now receive an appropriately inscribed diploma. Please be seated. I now invite the marshals to escort all students who are earning master's degrees to the podium.
Again, we ask that you please hold your applause until the final name has been announced. Noreen Abbas. Ryan Abbott.
Kevin Mars.
Lucy Acevedo.
Allison Martz.
Ahmad Supi Alavna.
Karun Matthew.
Fad Alquintani.
Brian McCarthy.
Brian Arntfeld.
Stephanie McCombs.
Jolene Alger.
Brian McDaniel.
Maria Awad.
Lane Mello.
Suyur Mitra,
Jessica Victoria Mervsdorf.
Olafemi Babatunde,
Alexander Mitrevsky.
Deborah Baldwin,
Trevor Moore.
Andrew Berger,
Linda Magunda.
Lacha Boniger,
Dustin Muller.
Jennifer Bisonette,
Anbukani Muniandi.
Jasmine Blanche,
Christina Myers.
Ruth Bodenbach,
Pratik Kiran Rao Naik.
Kenza Budad,
Ashley Nails.
Matthew Brands,
Nicholas Neschansky.
Chris Brolin,
Emily Newton.
Mark Brown,
Julius Johannes Niemand.
Angela Burton,
Amy Nishimura.
Lisa Carson,
Aryan Naruzi.
Arpan Chakraborty,
Romerick Sitzi.
Clement Charuel,
Anusha Nukala.
Rosemary Cheek Waltauer,
Jesumayo Makun Ulashabulumi.
Henry Sheehan Chen,
Stephen Olson.
William Chen,
Marisol Pentoja Otero.
Jonathan Chi,
Lakeisha Ozan Felix.
Cassandra Collins,
Londi Page.
Carolyn Cooley,
Parag Parekh.
Carson Craig,
Songjin Park.
Joseph Crook,
Catherine Parsons.
Benjamin Down,
Michael Pasalakwa.
Nidhi Desai,
Pooja Patel.
Lisa Denorsha,
Vatsal Patel.
Jennifer Dominich,
Sarah Poor.
Hai Dong,
Stacy Proverbs.
Shu Dong,
Michael Puckett.
Piyush Duggar, Yarek Dwenger,
Pujami Rajapudi.
Bailey Eller,
Rochelle Radowick.
Amy Irwin,
Vishnu Radhakrishna.
Christopher Farrell,
Anush Lingappa.
Ifan Fay,
Niranjan Rajendra.
Samantha Ferrante,
Rebecca Richardson.
Travis Frazier,
Reese Lowell Robinson.
Yanbing Fu,
Kendra Lee Rogers.
Amanda Garrett,
Karen Casey Rollins.
Stephen Garrett,
Anthony Royce.
Ashley Gear,
Greta Guest Rubelo.
Catherine Gifford,
Kimberly Rumpf.
Catherine Graham,
Karthik Sajeev.
Tristan Hagerman,
Maria Sakalas.
Guun Han,
Mark Satterley.
Yupeng Han,
Justine Sagan.
Rami Hanna,
Rushali Saxena.
Megan Harper,
Matthew Schaefer.
Melanie Harris,
Andy Shannon.
Monica Hassan,
John Schultz.
Shannon Hatch,
Jay Singh.
Alexis Hawes,
Kumaragaru Sivashankaran.
Scott Heiberger,
Clay Sloniker.
Kristen Hepler,
April Smith.
Sophie Hoji,
Kevin Smith.
Ronnie Huckleby,
Forrest Sun.
Uktarsh John,
Robert Anthony St. Clair.
Danielle Galisperje,
Rachel Stevenson.
Arjun Kodakia,
Sayud Sayir Farouk.
Robin Kaufman,
Pooja Tanwani.
Min Ki Yum Kim,
Tamara Taylor,
Tanya King,
Kunal Thacker,
Emily Kinsel,
Vishali Tucker,
Leslie Kinsel,
Rachel Tom,
Melissa Cook,
Lauren Trout,
Jessica Kong,
Zachary Tuller,
Theodora Constantino,
Mitchell Eusis,
David Korchi,
Didipia Valeripoli,
Garud Krishnaraj,
Eric Vanderreet,
Aaron Lackey,
Ryan Voss,
Ben Lenhart,
Sridevi Virapan,
Cheng Lian Lee,
Yashwant Vemula,
Jackie Liu,
Chris Vodney,
Jiayin Liu,
Michelle Wagner,
Ke Liu,
Jingru Wang,
Xiaoli Liu,
Junji Wang,
Yiheng Liu,
Shu Chun Wang,
Brittany Lopez Bentendorf,
Karen Weintraub,
Chang Lu,
Sarah Wendt,
Jago Lucero,
Amy Teresa Wessler,
Martha Lucht,
Rebecca Delmar Wood,
Ann Lundell,
Jennifer Fleshner Worthington,
Kay Law,
Tammy Wright, Tian Tong Shu, Win Dong In, Jiang Ying, Colin York, Asheri Zane, Hengrui Zhang, Xuanyi Zhang, Yifan Chao, Ye Chao, Samantha Zabir, Lisbeth Zubi Era, Asamgul Bisenbina, Daniel Bird, Nicole Benali, Newbie CAC,
At this point in the program, we want to give special recognition to those graduates who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic achievement. On page 26 of your program, you'll find the names of graduates who have earned an honors designated degree by completing requirements of the Purdue Honors College, along with the criteria for awarding degrees with distinction and highest distinction. Will those graduates who are candidates from the Honors College please stand? And next, will those graduates who are candidates for the honor of highest distinction please stand and remain standing? And now, will graduates who are candidates for the honor of distinction please stand and join them? On behalf of the trustees and the faculty, congratulations. We're counting on you to continue making exceptional contributions in all your future endeavors.
Mr. President, I'm pleased to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Candidates, please stand as I call your college or school and remain standing. College of Agriculture. College of Education. College of Engineering. College of Liberal Arts. Mr. President, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of the undergraduate curricula in their respective college or school. With the approval of the faculty, they are now presented to you to receive the appropriate degree.
Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the Purdue faculty, I now confer upon each of you who have fulfilled the stated requirements the appropriate baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this achievement, you will now receive an appropriately inscribed diploma. Please be seated. I now invite the marshals to escort all students who are earning a baccalaureate degree to the platform.
Now, again, in order to respect everyone's opportunity to hear their name called, would you please refrain from applauding and cheering for your candidate until all the names have been announced? The College of Engineering, Michael Bailey.
The College of Agriculture. Hannah Branchick.
Akash Gupta.
Natalie Allemeyer.
Hannah Abel.
Michaela Alexander.
William Adams.
Corbin Badger.
Pirapak Adsawankanche.
Anna Baker.
Shamir Ahmad.
Jeffrey Bates.
Mauricio Ambrosio.
Brianna Bresky.
Mukuntha Aithal.
Ashley Brindle.
Carlos Alves Pereira.
Emily Burris.
Chad Amos.
Derek Cardy.
Disha Anandpara.
Chance Cochran.
Benjamin Anderson.
Samuel Cody.
Ryan Anderson.
Bridget Kraft.
Eric Andershak.
Logan Dexter.
Stephanie Andres.
Yven Dong.
Vito Joseph Anzalone.
Courtney Edwards.
Pranit Apurubu Gatha.
Lake Evans.
Matthew Ardy.
Stephanie Forder.
John Ariola.
Emily Fong.
Joseph DeAndre Askew.
Cameron Frazier.
William Bach.
Noah Freestone.
Nicholas Bakowitz.
Victoria Fulton.
Joseph Bayetto.
Rachel Gerard.
Natalia Bach.
Melissa Golden.
Sudarshan Balasubramanian.
Cody Gramlin.
Jonathan Ballard.
Mary Gutwine.
Dilaka Bandara.
Trisha Hasforder.
Michael Bartek.
Noah Hook.
Suktaran Singh Batts.
Alexis Hungate.
Zachary Batts.
Perry Jacob.
Andrew Beatty.
Brianna Jenkins,
Alyssa Birding,
Olivia Jones,
Derek Viegat,
Dana Carnivus,
Kara Birschbach,
Hannah Keith,
Matthew Bladesdell,
Chelsea Kiger McAllister,
Alex Blankenberger,
Aaron Kruger,
Mary Boslett,
Lisa Quo,
Tristan Broyles,
Rachel Lawrence Foster,
Garrett Bruns,
Eleanor Loge,
McKella Burton,
Amanda Long,
Connor Bushman,
Jared Lovins,
Spencer Bird,
Hannah Mocker Cohout,
Vince Calabrese,
Emily Marsh,
Derek Caldwell,
Marta Martin Garcia,
Derek Cameron,
Aaron Martin,
Brian Campana,
Kiera Miller,
Alexander Karit,
Jacob Mueller,
Thomas Carpenter,
Cameron Myers,
Morgan Carson,
Dante Narvaez,
Lucas Challenger,
Derek Newhoff,
Leanna Chan,
Alex Nin Velez,
Rochuk Chandra,
Elizabeth Noderer,
Kifan Chang,
Sophia Nice,
Janhao Chang,
Jenny Oberhelman,
Young Yu Chang,
Colton Prechtel,
Zion Cheng,
JQ, John Redding,
Yao Chen,
Paige Reed,
James Cheng,
Adam Sayers,
Shihao Cheng,
Rachel Sherman,
Ibo Cheng,
Kristen Sequira,
George Chien,
Emily Sitzman,
Yoheng Chen,
Michael Skiles,
Jar Ern Chua,
Christopher Skronsky,
Andrew Clark,
Andrea Smith,
Ryan Clay,
McCord Snyder,
Samantha Coco,
Diego Solar Lopez,
Zachary Coggins,
Elizabeth Stevens,
Matthew Coleman,
Tressa Stewart,
Joellen Cano,
Melinda Stoll,
Amy Cooper,
Zachary Studer,
James Kopic,
Morgan Sussman,
Morgan Cosby,
Courtney Tate,
Adam Kukalich,
Adrienne Trenopole,
William Cummins,
Caitlin Tricker,
Anthony D'Amico,
Paul Waite,
Renmeyi Dandaker,
Kyle Walden,
Aditya Danton,
Adam Werman,
Tahir Darj,
Samantha Weiss,
Samuel Digay,
Daniel Wiesenberg,
Saifani Abhijit Dharan Pragana,
Cody Wilburn,
Joseph Dumaro,
Erica Wiss,
Sidney Dolan,
Jordan Zars,
Zinwei Du, Gregory Dupree, Daniel Ebert, Chiabuka Igwanwu,
the College of Education, Elizabeth Roman,
Arlo Eitzer,
Shelby Adams,
Maggie Elias,
Hannah Allender,
Grant Ellington,
Allison Barron,
Ezzeldine Fahmy,
Alyssa Barthuli,
Mohammed Farouk,
John Bennett,
Michael Feller,
Caleb Biddle,
Albert Ferrante,
Lisbeth Carrillo,
Evan Fetzko,
Michaela Casu,
Nicholas Fisher,
Shelby Klingenbiel,
Aaron Fitzgibbons,
Matthew Commons,
Alexandra Ford,
Catherine Conway,
Cody Foss,
Alyssa Cool,
Anna Francis,
Crystal Delgado,
Jose Francisco,
Madeline DeLucine,
Austin France,
Bess Ferry,
Jonathan Guidey,
Anna Hall,
Jinkun Gao,
Jennifer Lindholm,
Swathi Sneha Garg,
Savannah Marlowe,
Kirsten Gargas,
Sean McMahon,
Roman Garas,
Michael Mendez,
Caroline Gilly,
Samantha Newman,
Benjamin Giorgio,
Cody Orr,
Spencer Glaudemans,
Jennifer Oxendale,
Andrew Gates,
Jennifer Reed,
Ricardo Gomez,
Sarah Rosworski,
Adalberto Gonzalez,
Benjamin Sanders,
Noah Gordon,
Claire Shelby,
Sabarich Govindarajan,
Maisie Smith,
Twyla Graber,
Stanley Sue,
James Gradowski,
Rachel Suits,
Sean Graham,
Allison Thayer Ulrich,
Sarah Graves,
Jamie Elise Whiting,
Ukarsh Grover,
Jacqueline Williams,
Jake Gidi, Junyi Guao, Hyang Kiang Guan,
the College of Liberal Arts, Matthew Cavanale,
Kyle Haas,
Vikas Agte,
Damian Hamelek,
Sheridan Atkinson,
Brennan Hanayama,
Rachel Babiak,
Duncan Harris,
Amanda Basham,
Marcus Harton,
Aaron Beasley,
Muhammad Moshin Hassan,
Colin Beck,
Andrew Hegewald,
Dana Beck,
Matthew Hennick,
Madeline Boyd,
Megan Hedesheimer,
Grant Brinneman,
Brett Hickey,
Jessica Bullitt,
Grant Hinkle,
Jordan Sabula,
Carmen Ho,
Arjun Chowdhury,
Remy Wong,
Megan Seacott,
Simon Hoffman,
Eric Clark,
Mohammed Iramal Hawk,
Kelsey Costello,
Evan Howard,
Emily Cunningham,
Bojan Huang,
Thomas Daniel,
Ricky Huang,
Gabriel D'Ambrogio,
Marcel Hutardo,
Taylor Dacre,
Akira Isaac,
Samantha Diefenbacher,
Edwin Jacobson,
Alexis Dodge,
Luke Jager,
Meijun Dong,
Samuel Jenkins,
Tyler Eddy,
Stephen Jiang, Pablo Jimenez Corredor,
Isaac Garcia,
Nathan Johnson,
Samantha Gieseking,
Carl Jones,
Cameron Giles,
Mateus Jose,
Dominic Gliadis,
Benjamin Jung,
Haley Guthrie,
Marcin Kaczynski,
Anastasia Halsema,
Jacob Kane,
Kayla Hampton,
Morgan Captor,
Kei Shing Huh,
Aaron Carver,
Kelsey Henry,
Pratik Kwandinya,
Mu Xuan Hua,
Ian Keating,
Danielle Dayton,
Nicholas Kaler,
Saiful Islam,
Ryan Keith,
Samantha Iveson,
Priya Kemani,
Kelly Jones,
Jiangmin Kim,
Kelly Kennedy,
Joshua Kim,
Nita Khan,
Sang-Hoon Kim,
Braxton Craig,
Taehyun Kim,
Linson Lee,
Antonio Kincaid Ravadanera, Nathan King,
Tao Lee,
Ian Kinney,
Xingyi Li,
Noah Kalonsky,
Jingsuan Liu,
Aidan Klupar,
Cherish Lot,
Sophia Kanawal,
Xiaohan Liu,
Jacqueline Kowalski, Yuhu Kozu,
Jenna Maynard,
Ashley Kranick,
Nathan McBurnett,
Elizabeth Krinky,
Carly McGowan,
Alex Kravitsky,
Connor McGuire,
Anusha Kumar,
Kenneth McNeil,
Jack Kerfman,
Jessica Mercer,
Fu Shuen Kwan,
Sydney Meisenberg,
Derek Kwok,
Ashley Mills,
Luke Labus,
Dylan Mills,
Kendrick Lau,
Alexis Morel,
Chuen Lei,
Hyung Yun Na,
Victor Lee,
Kira Oostberg,
Nathaniel Lietzma,
Sarah Potter,
Tien Tien Lee,
Catherine Ross,
Woon Lee,
Bradley Surveys,
Zayu Lee,
Shanitha Shepard,
Beatrice Lim,
Haley Simpson,
Hong Young Liu,
Sarah Statz,
Tong Yu Liu,
Brittany Tyner,
Camelia Larina Oliveira,
JC Tierney,
Thomas Lacasmo,
Ning Wong,
Aidan Lowe,
Larissa Warner,
Junlan Lu,
Chandler Watson,
Ziyan Lu,
Claire Werner,
Jen Luan,
Grant Wiley,
Si Chi Ma,
Lorna Wilson,
Zenon Ma,
Patrick Wilson, Kimberly Wiseman,
Ali Manviwala,
Sherry Zhang,
Marco Manopu,
Jir Liu,
Preston Mantell,
Yi Xiao Kao,
Julie Martin,
Elisa Lorario,
Cheyenne Martinez, Hernan Martinez Romero, Tyler Mason, Anthony Massett, Karina Moss, Jonna McCrory, Kaylee McGinn, Mark McGoldrick, John McGowan, Ian McLucky, Ryan McMillan, Christopher Meyer, Jeremy Myers, Nathaniel Michael, Mariana Wanatabi, George Mitchell, Emily Mitchell, Ellen Malachek, Benjamin Mordick, Luke Malloy, Chan Young Moon, Benjamin Moy, Lucas Moyer, Allison Madro. Sai Mudumba. Callahan Murray. Shazana Nadim. Dylan Nayi. Daniel Nelson. Benjamin Ng. Valerie Nemec. Connor O'Brien. Minu O. Ega Analp. Alejandro Orozco. Amin Osman. Nathaniel Otten. John Ozturk. Aspasia Pagiotis. Grant Palmer. Michael Panettiere. David Park. Joshua Paulson. Lillian Peterson Gapinski. Andrew Farazan. Pasita Pidalginda. Rawen Pengoa. Brian Plunkett. Caitlin Polson. Davika Thavika Pradhan. Ryan Prima. Matthew Prisabella. Michaela Pugel. Jake Q. Hao Zung Chu. Ian Quill. Mridula Rugaraman. Matthew Ron. Chitra Ram. Ernesto Ramirez. Gautam Rangarajan. Shanjia Rao. Brendan Rapp. Abhishek Ricket Iran. Joel Redmond. Michael Reinhold. Rebecca Reitzel. Tristan Rarica. Ian Reyes. John Riccioni. Nathan Ridings. Nicholas Roberts. Theodore Roll. Tyler Rogers. Griffin Rowland. Anchith Rout. Alexander Ruthie. Ega Sahin. Vincent Sanjaya. Zainab Sarikaya. Vikrant Satish Kumar. Varun Saway. Joseph Sawyer. Nora Schneider. Alexander Schulte. Tia Skajan. Adam Scott. Matthew Scott. Yasha. Ryan Sharkey. Sivam Sharma. Varun Sharma. Matthew Shaw. Matthew Sheets. Pei-Yuan Shen. Grant Sherman. Christina Schur. Kyle Schiller. Agnes Schillingford. Melon Shyman. Edna Shibu. Emilio Gabriel Cison. Alex Slazis. Brandon Smith. Logan Smith. Dev Solanki. Daniel Song. Benjamin Speck. Amber Sprung. Rohan Srivastava. Peter Stark. Tegan Steenberg. Benjamin Stryker. Aaron Suttles. Jonathan Suzuki. Haley Swanson. Morgan Swanson. Jayan Tan. Xiaowang Tan. Owner John Topman. Derek Tenney. Kylie Tevlin. Matthew Tharp. Jacob Thieneman. David Tilley. Jonathan Tong. Arnold Topo. Abigail Trussler. Ashlyn Twyble. Manav Kiran Vagashia. Kyle Van Hook. Derek Vaughn. Ashwin Venkateshan. Ishwar Venkatraman. Mika Vesterkvitz. Miguel Villau. Milton Valavir Miranda. Mitchell Volpe. Jonathan Wagner. Benjamin Walters. Timothy Walther. Edward Wong. Ji Cheng Wong. Michael Wong. Stephanie Wong. Sue Wong. Shinan Wei Wong. Shi Yao Wong. Young Wong. Jixin Wong. Ji-Yang Wong. Marcus Webb. Jiwen Wei. Wei Jung Yang. Lauren Werner. Waylon II. Marissa Winner, Amanda Woolery, Jiacheng Wu, Zi Shi, Han Shu, Jiqi Shu, Hao Wen Xue, Da Ye, Kai Chang Yun, Holden Yodaru, Zhenxun Yuan, Yiqing Zhou, Yuxin Zhou, Peter Zibley, Hao Zhou, Sharifa Syed Omar, Rohan Adil Masani, Danyang Liu, Christina Marie Lara, Ayub Jose, Junyan Ren, Yutong Q, Shijin Wang. And one member of the commencement band is graduating today, Michael Rupp.
All right, it's official. You're now graduates of Purdue University. It's now time for you to observe tradition by moving your tassel from the right side of the mortarboard to the left, signifying your new status. Congratulations again to all our newest alums. We're here today to honor these graduates for their hard work and achievements, but they'd be the first to tell us they didn't make the journey alone. So, will the parents and the grandparents, the spouses, the brothers, sisters, other family members, and friends please stand so these graduates can thank you for your long and loving support. The audience is invited to sing the Purdue hymn. The words are located inside the front cover of the program and will also be projected. Will you please stand?
Oh
be seated. This is the 61st anniversary of the university's Cooperative Education Work-Study Program. And on page 33 of the commencement program, you'll find the names of those students who have earned a certificate for the satisfactory completion of the co-op experience. I also direct your attention to page 43, where you will find the names of graduates who have been commissioned by the President of the United States as second lieutenants in the United States Air Force, Army, and ensigns in the United States Marines and Navy. You may also have noticed some of our graduates wearing red, white, and blue cords. This signifies that they are veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Will those servicemen and women stand so we can recognize them? Let's take a moment to acknowledge the artistry of the commencement band with conductor Matthew Conaway, the combined choirs of the Purduettes and the women of the Black Voices of Inspiration, director James Deckley, with accompanist Jacob Stensberg and organist Jeffrey Stearns. Their fine talents help make today a most memorable occasion. Please, let's recognize our musicians. I'm now pleased to introduce Jordan Cibula, today's student responder. Jordan's receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication, which he earned in less than 4 years. Following graduation, he plans to pursue a career in television production. Please welcome Jordan Cibula. Thanks for doing this, Jordan. It's a good talk.
I'd like to start by thanking those who helped me to be able to get here and graduate today. I'm not going to mention any names, and I'm fearing that I'm going to forget someone, but thank you. What a time it has been to be a Boilermaker. We're in the middle of the 150th celebration of our great school. Just a few months ago, we stormed the field in Ross-Ade after our football team beat the second-ranked Ohio State. That's right. And to top it all off, we all had the honor of experiencing the switch to Boiler Key. It truly was a great time to attend Purdue, and I believe I was selected to speak because the journey that led me here today is a story many of you may be able to relate to. We've all spent a good amount of time in West Lafayette, so we all know West Lafayette is not the most glamorous town to go to college in. But not having more distractions can be a good thing. I'm actually from West Lafayette, or as some might like to call it, a townie. I don't see this term townie as negative, because a man once told me that West Lafayette is a gritty town full of gritty people, and grit's a good thing. I can remember about 4 years ago, I was sitting in an auditorium just a few blocks away from here in my old high school for a presentation on the steps we all needed to take to apply to college. I was sitting next to my friend Ty, and we didn't have good grades in high school, nor did either of us think we'd end up going to college, let alone graduate. So we were talking about how we should just skip this presentation on college and go have our fun. But after some encouragement from my friends and family, I ended up going to Ivy Tech. I went in thinking that I would just see how it goes, and if I didn't like it, maybe I would drop out and get a job here in town. But after putting in the work and getting some better grades at Ivy Tech, it taught me a lot about life, and how if you want to accomplish anything, all you gotta just believe you can do it. After putting in the time to get better grades, I found this new sense of pride in my success. This sense of pride in reflecting on the work I put into something is what led me here today. Sometimes in our journeys, it feels like the odds are stacked against us, and we have all the excuses to quit. However, we all found it within us to stick with it to be able to be here today. Because in the end, if we quit on ourselves, everyone else will probably quit on us too. Boilers, today is our day to reflect on our hard work and to celebrate our accomplishments. Always, always remember to believe in yourself first, and the rest will come naturally. It was an honor to speak to you all today. Congratulations, everyone, and good luck in your life after graduation, and boiler up.
So we conclude our commencement convocation. On behalf of the trustees, the faculty, and all the Purdue family, I bid you farewell and Godspeed. Leland McReynolds will offer the benediction. Please remain seated afterwards while the faculty and graduates recess.
Let us pray. O Lord, continue to guide and strengthen the distinguished men and women whose graduation we have celebrated. May they have a spirit of integrity, service, and excellence in all they do. May they have the vision and spirit of an Amelia Earhart or a Neil Armstrong. Giant leaps for health and longevity, for a sustainable economy and planet, and for peace for all your children, where no one is hungry, where no one is afraid. O God of love and power, thy people shield in danger's hour, from rock and tempest, fire and foe. Protect them wheresoe'er they go, that evermore shall rise to thee glad praise from air and land and sea. Keep us strong, keep us safe, keep us free. Amen.